Hey guys, so we're here. We're going to work on another DIY project. This is kind of a short one, but I wanted to go ahead and film it because these propane heaters, these Mr. heaters, they're very popular. So a lot of people have them, but a lot of people may not know that there's an accessory item you can buy with them, and it's a fan that helps blow the heat out. So I ordered one on Amazon. It came in today. And so now I want to install it so I can use it. I want to see how much better it's going to, distribute the heat around the room. So I'll go ahead and turn this around. I'll take this down, turn it around. And so here's the heater. I'll show you the front so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is a 30,000 BTU Mr. Heater propane heater. Natural gas works the same way. And you can get them in either way. So the little blower fan, so the heat comes out of here, but it just radiates out and heat rises, so it wants to go straight up. So this fan is supposed to blow the heat out into the room, then it will, heat will rise, but at least it will get blown out into the room. So it will help distribute the heat a little better and hopefully make the unit more efficient. So here's the box that I got, and I wanted to kind of show you what comes in it. I'm holding the phone, so I need to get two hands on this. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to pull it up out of the box here. And it's just a little blower fan, nothing too special. It is made of metal. I'm just going to undo the power cord here and get it out of my way. Okay, it has a 3-position switch on it here. So you can put it in manual mode, which means it'll just stay on until you turn it off. It has an off mode. It's a 3-position switch, and the center is off. And then on the bottom it has which is the one we're going to use, is the auto mode. And what the auto mode does is anytime that the unit is on, it'll turn itself on and turn itself off. And the way that it knows how to do that is that we're going to plug, I think this comes off, but I'll know once I open this thing here. It disconnects right here, and inside there should be a coupler that connects to this. So this fan especially is designed for this make and model. So it should plug right into here. And it connects it to the thermocoupler, which the thermocoupler tells you whether the unit is on or off. And so and then it'll activate the fan and it'll blow it when you need it, and when you don't need it, it'll turn it off. So that's what we're doing here. We're just installing this fan. And then of course you need to be near a power source because it gets plugged in. So the way this works, there are some instructions that come with it. And I cheated and I've already read over these. So it's pretty straightforward. It doesn't talk about that pigtail at all, but I'm pretty sure when I open this that's what I'm going to find. It also comes with these mounting screws. Looks like it gives you a couple extra screws. Now depending on the model that you have, if you have an older model, there's screws already in it and you just undo the screws. For the newer one, it's a knockout plate, so you have to knock the plate out. So I've got the screwdriver here. I'm going to see if I can't just push it out. Yeah, guess so. I don't want to bend the metal because it tells you to put a screwdriver in there and pry it, but I'm bending not just the plate, but I'm also bending the unit, and I don't want to do that. Let me grab a screwdriver real quick. Okay, I said screwdriver, I meant hammer. So I got this little colorful little hammer here. And we're gonna just try this a couple different ways. It might be loud. It's got 4 spots that it's tack welded, and you have to break that little weld. That last one, you should be able to just bend it back and forth. It'll come out. Okay. Now there's supposed to be a wire in here. Okay, I did realize something different with this model that the instructions don't really clarify. But this piece is not already in your unit. It comes with the fan in this case. It does just unplug, so I just unplugged it. And I believe this is the thermocoupler, and this is the part that you're going to attach. Because if you look down in the unit, there's a place, there's a hole right there with 2 holes for it to screw in. So this will just go down in the hole, and then you put the 2 screws in to attach this. Then you can plug it back into your fan. So it doesn't look like it's the easiest thing to get your hands in there. It's a Phillips head screwdriver, so we're going to grab the Phillips head. Okay, actually that went in easier than I thought. Okay. Now let me see which direction it's supposed to go. I would say it goes this way. Go ahead and plug this back in. There are just 4 screws here that hold it together. And they do give you just enough screws. There were 6 in the pack. I didn't know what the other 2 were for. Okay, I think that's all there is to it. There's no parts left over. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to set this on the floor here. And I want to test the fan out real quick. Okay. The fan is working. I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear it. I'm going to put it on auto. So when the unit fires up, it'll turn itself on. And then I'll set this back up. Okay, I got the tank all hooked up, obviously, and I got the unit running again, and the fan is on, and it does blow heat out. I mean, I can feel it a little bit. I'll tell you, I thought it did more than what it's doing, but I guess that's the way it's designed. I don't know what I was expecting. It's a small fan, and it blows out a little bit, but I still think a majority of the heat just goes straight up. But what we're going to do, because we do have an open ceiling, is that we're going to install a fan up on these beams. That's what the ladder is for. And I started running some wiring, but I've got to kind of rethink how I'm going to do the wiring. So I just picked up the fan today on Marketplace for $50. It's a $109 fan. And it does not have a light kit on it, but it has the indoor-outdoor, the fins that can take the humidity so they can be outside. They're also reversible, and you have 2 options of the stems that come down. You have a 5-inch or a 10-inch, so I have both. And it's got a remote control, and you can set, there's 6 speeds. It reverses all with the remote control. So I thought the remote control was important because look where it's going to be going. It's going to be way up in the air. And the idea of putting a small fan right there, not a big fan, a small one, because of this post right here, the blades can't be too big or they'll strike the post. All I'm wanting to do is push the warm air in the top of the cabin back down so it recirculates. So that's another project. That one's going to take a little bit of doing. And positioning the ladder, it's going to be a little tricky. But I think I have a plan for it. If I come around this side, you'll be able to see that there's a little bit of distance. So I'm going on these 2 cross beams is where I'm going. And I'm going to turn this ladder around, obviously. Place the foot of the ladder against this wall so it can't kick out. And then I'll extend this ladder and place it on the beam. And then I'll do my work from the ladder. And then the wiring will go that way toward this beam here, Then it's going to go across and kind of meet up, kind of where I have it already. I just have to do some rework on that. I'll have to drill some tiny holes too to run the wires through those beams. And then I'm thinking about painting. That's a piece of conduit, or they call it a raceway, where the wire runs through. And I'm going to paint it brown so that it matches the roof, and you don't really see it like you do now because it looks white, but it's actually a kind of a light brown, really light brown, almost an off-white. So, and I'm going to run it all the way down to actually where it was plugged in before, in the same electrical outlet upstairs, a dedicated circuit, and I'm going to run it in behind the kickboard that's up there and tie it in behind the outlet from the back. I'm not going to plug it in, I'm going to hardwire it in. And so that'll be a little bit of a project, but I'm looking forward to doing that. And we'll get started on that here in a little bit.